It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously on the Chronicles of Celestria. Under a canopy of stars, the seven made camp. Tents rose, a fire was kindled, and the forest wrapped around them like a listening hush. There, in the circle of flame, they spoke of magic, of strange energies, and of the violet panther that Diego alone had seen stalking the edges of his dreams. Then time itself stilled. Thalos Riftbreaker stepped from beneath the trees. Silver white hair, gleaming like starlight, he offered them a bargain. Rare items, knowledge, and whispered truths. All in exchange for celestial dust. A brief trade, a few sharp words as constellations, and then he was gone, leaving only the faint shimmer of sand in the air behind him. The night deepened. Watches were set. Elirr, listening to the wind, heard a whisper curl like ink around his thoughts. Do you know where you were left? Zelentrus felt his stones stir, twisting his luck, twisting his fate. And in the dark of Diego's nightmare, a silver-furred beast, Luriel, appeared, driving off the panther that had been guarding his dreams. The peace did not last. From the shadows, 3 mastiffs of living darkness lunged into the firelight. Behind them, a red-hooded cultist and a bandit dragging a bound and bloodied Flinnigan O'Hare. Blades flashed, teeth snapped. Ashira and Judge, first to meet the onslaught, held the line until the others rose from their tents. One by one, the shadow massives dissolved back into the dark. The cultist was cut down, and the bandit beaten to the earth. Still alive, but broken. When the last hound fell silent, only the crackle of the fire remained. Flinnigan lay tied, bruised and breathing, and in the morning, they will ride on to the Grove of Luna. This is episode 9 of the Chronicles of Celestria, Embers of Anarchy. So we pick up, right where we left off. Where you guys have just finished defending yourselves against the Shadow Mastiffs, the red-hooded cultist, and this bandit, who is the only one left standing, as the 3 Shadow Mastiffs, once they were slain, appeared to dissipate, as if returning to their own plane. The red-hooded cultist lay beaten, broken, dead. But the bandit is still breathing. What do you guys do? As combat just ended, it's middle of the night. Zelentrus.
Did my pouch get heavier?
Good question. Yes. But in terms of what,
Nice.
you're not quite sure.
Cool.
I will say that has happened for multiple of you, yes.
I'll go to Flinnigan and try and just untie him. Like, are you alright, darling?
As he's bound and tied.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad that you're there. Oh my God, where did he come from?
You tell me. I was in my tent sleeping.
Is Turnip okay? Pickle, are they all right? Oh, there they are. You lads all right? As you can see, the 2 goats appear to have been almost kept in some sort of rope or something, as if they were tied as well. But yeah, they look to be okay. Thank you for freeing me. It's really hard to breathe with the thing over my mouth, or the thing that was over my mouth. My hands are still tied, but yeah.
I'm working on it.
This guy here, the one, he's still breathing, I think, but he's the one who tied me up.
Why?
I don't know. Ask him.
Anyone want to do an
sure.
Anyone want to do an interrogation? It's not my specialty.
the dude just slumped on the ground, right?
He's looking really worse for wear. You basically
Yeah.
hit him. I don't know who it was. I want to say it was Ashira,
Ashira.
who
Yeah.
basically cut him at the knees, and he fell to
Mhm.
the ground.
I'm gonna grab him by the collar
Mhm.
of his shirt and just kind of lift him up, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna start carrying him back over to the others.
Okay. Yeah, you do so.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you
Yeah.
go?
I just start walking up the hill with the dude in my I'm probably like dragging him, but like
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
just, you know, where do we want to put well, the only living one of the bunch.
Wait, what happened to the other?
The other got hit a little too hard and
Oh,
died.
What
oh,
are
well.
What are you? Who are you? Ugh.
I lift him up now, put him like up here, you know, raise him up.
Yeah, he's.
Who do you work for?
Oof. I'd say that as you're looking at him, the bandit, his breath it sort of rattles as he's trying to catch his breath. You've probably broken some ribs. And as you dragged him closer to the campfire, you could see that now that he's in the light, I'd say that you guys probably pulled him to maybe here. Yeah, you can see that now that he's in the light, his lip is split. He's got that like swollen sort of eye look to him. He's obviously taken a battering, maybe when he hit the ground on the way down. And you can smell that sort of scent of blood is clinging to his clothing. But yeah, as you lift him up, he sort of spits to the side and mutters half to himself. Go on then. Ask, I've got
Zel-
nothing you like.
Zell holds up a mirror, takes the mirror out of his pack, holds the mirror up to the guy's face, and just goes, "This is what you look like now, but I could heal you up real quick, and we can put you through all of this all over again until you give us answers." And this
Oh.
really disturbing smile goes across Zell's face.
Okay, I think Diego might need to, I'll be back in a, Mirabelle, you need my help! Diego just, like, starts scampering down the hill.
I don't think we
just don't want to be a part of that.
Can I roll intimidation on that one? Can I roll
You
intimidation?
can
on that
roll
one?
intimidation, yeah.
Can I have advantage by any chance? Use the mirror?
I'm gonna
We've got a group
say
of us here?
it's a flat roll because he's struggling to see with the swollen eyes that he's got at the moment.
It's only a 9.
He believes what you're saying, from what you can tell, but he doesn't appear to be intimidated by it. Almost
Listen,
like he's
sir,
accepted it.
I don't want my friend to hurt you any, but I just want to know some questions. Who are you working for? Why were you out here trying to mess with us late in the night?
We just call it Talon. Don't know who started it.
Talon?
I don't know. Never really cared. They find
Did
people like
Talon-
me hungry enough, angry
They?
enough. Yeah, Talon. They. The group. Talon.
Right. And who is this group again?
Well, they find people like me and give us coin to do what others won't.
Right. and who's-
As Judge is asking these questions, Zella's in the background getting some rope and some wood ready. If you don't answer his questions right, I'm going to cook you.
The hell?
Ignore him for now, sir. He's a little lost and he has a few screws loose. Get it?
He looks you
Anywho,
up and down as you say that. He's just worked out that you're not like a human. You're obviously some sort of mechanical being.
Right. Listen, sir, I'm gonna try to be nice about this. I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want them to hurt you either. But this is your one chance to try to be honest and give us some answers that we need. Why were you targeting us, per se?
Well, it's my job to do as they say. Fetch things, often people. Make sure that they don't ask questions. Sometimes scare them off, sometimes I take them. We just do what the hooded ones say. The Red
Who's
Hoods.
the hooded ones? The Red Hoods.
They're the
and
ones you don't
Who's
cross.
Who's leading this group? Who's the one in charge of ordering all this?
Haven't seen his face.
What's his name?
What's it to you?
Well, to put it bluntly, they targeted someone I care about. And to be honest with you, I was wanting to kill the lot of you. But to be honest, I'm trying to be a little nice about this. So I just wanted to know who's the leader of this group.
Nice. The lot of you aren't nice.
I mean, I could just kill you
He's
now.
threatening to eat
What
me.
is it? What is it you eat usually, so I can get an idea of the flavor profile?
Listen, don't listen. I think I have something.
Okay,
Listen.
Judge. One moment. As
Yes,
Ashira
ma'am.
gets closer to him and looks him right in the eye, she was also the one to knock him out. The only difference between you and your friend over there is that you are still alive. And, well, ignore him for now, but we can work in pairs and you could end up looking like him in a very short amount of time. So it is in your best interest, because I'm assuming you need a coin for something, rather than to just live. Perhaps you have a daughter, or a son, or a wife, or a sick sister, or a mother who needs the money. So it's in your best interest that you stay alive, and the way we're doing that is by answering our questions. Okay? Understood?
Can I have a persuasion or intimidation roll?
Could I
Yeah,
try to
persuasion or
assist her in a
intimidation.
way? Because as she's saying, like, give us answers and the death thing, I'm gonna put 1 point of lay on hands into him.
Oh.
The arm that's holding him up. Yeah, I'm gonna give him
You're
a
gonna
slight
if you're
healing.
gonna slightly heal him, then yeah, you can have advantage. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I need advantage, or...
You get
you get
advantage on the
advantage.
persuasion
Yeah.
check as you're trying to befriend
Okay.
this. Well, not befriend him, but
I'm not trying to
Nah.
befriend him, but it's a 25.
okay, 25. And can you roll the healing, please, for me?
It's just one
Hit point
one lay on
outright.
hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see that he's sort of, for the first time, he's been hunched over until now, clearly holding onto his side as he's able to. He still put his hand on it, but it's very much like there's a bit of pain relieved for a moment. Ugh. Look, I'll tell you what you want. Just let me go. They don't know who I am. I'll just go back to Cragholm, and they'll never see me again.
Right then. Somebody must have hired you, and I don't think it's the goon that died. So who is your middle person? Who do you deal with? It's not funny.
As I said, haven't seen his face. We just call him the Crow. The Crow talks to the Red Hoods. The Red Hoods talk to us. That's how it goes. I don't
And what
know.
were you supposed to do with us?
There were orders. They said to grab someone from the caravan road, tie him, hold him, and wait for the signal. Wasn't supposed to fight. Wasn't supposed to be you lot. They said to make noise. Cause a stir. Keep eyes away from the real work, whatever that means.
What's the signal?
Dunno. He killed the guy who's in charge.
Could he be talking about the grove?
Dunno.
I imagine.
If so, the grove is in grave danger.
But
So you weren't supposed to be attacking this. caravan.
They just
Is
said
that
to
right?
cause a stir, keep eyes away from the real work.
The real work.
Do you know the whereabouts of the other Red Hood cultists right now?
Don't know. Didn't ask.
There's nobody that you talk to within this group that knows anything else. Nothing, no other information.
I was approached by the Red Hood cultists. They're in every city, in most taverns.
Right.
Anyone who works
do
with
they-
us, with talent, has marked, as he gestures towards his arm.
I'll take a look at the whatever is marked on his arm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So like you would see that he's got probably like sort of semi-long sleeves, but they appear a little bit torn, and just out the bottom of the sort of hem of the sleeve, you can see what looks to be almost like it's less like a tattoo and more like a mark that's been burned onto his upper arm. And what you can see is it is that same mark, the black mark of a sort of talon claw. Yeah. Can I have a history check from you, please, Judge?
Sure. 14.
The 14, you recall that the previous one didn't have quite the same shape as this one. It appears to be over the top of something that looks like a crescent, maybe? It's roughly drawn.
Do I know of any spiritual group that uses like a bird claw or something of that nature as like a spiritual marking? Like, do I believe this is like maybe like a spirit group or like a cult of like someone that worships some sort of?
I'll need a check from you, either history or religion.
I'm
Up
gonna
to
do
you.
religion.
Yep. If you're looking specifically for like cults and stuff.
19.
With a 19, this mark in particular, with a 19, it doesn't seem to be any specific sort of religion that you're familiar with, which would be any of the prime gods. It doesn't seem to be connected to any of the ones that you're aware of. It doesn't seem to be connected to any sort of religious following that you know of.
Okay.
Do you want me to take a look at that quickly, Judge?
Yeah, if you don't mind, we can get more information.
Is it another religion roll, history roll?
Yeah, and I'll allow it at advantage.
Which one? History or religion?
Either at
Okay,
advantage.
let's go. You did that advantage. That's a 15 on history.
Zell, with a history check of 15, you've seen these before. You've seen this mark before. This mark that appears to have been almost tattooed or brandished into his upper arm was on many of the old roommates you were familiar with from your time in Stonehaven. One in particular was quite a large person whose name escapes me, but I'll look at it. Give me 2 seconds.
I'll get it. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Cool.
I'll if you just bear with me 2 seconds whilst I do grab the name very quickly. It's in entry 6, I think. Or is it entry 5? Gorvin.
Gorvin. It is Gorvin.
Um,
Gorvin had the same exact mark on his upper arm.
I'll say. Sorry, I'm just getting a second name as well.
I can tell you now because I've got it
Oh.
here.
Yeah, go for it.
It was
The butcher Drake Hart.
Drake Hart, yeah. And you know that he was a feared mercenary for hire.
And this is on the bandit's arm, yeah, not the...
Yes.
Yeah,
It
cool.
is almost brandished on his arm, and what you remember is you've seen it quite a few times in that vicinity, alongside Gorvin, who stands out immediately in your mind as the figure with this.
I say to him, do you know Gorvin Drake Hart, the butcher?
His eyes match yours immediately. They lock on. Only through reputation.
He's an old friend of mine.
Friend.
More or less, we served some time together.
Not many are friends with the butcher.
Well, I was helping him with his plea to get out of jail. Reduce his sentence a little.
Yeah.
After that, Sylas will walk up to the back of the guy,
Mhm.
slaps him on the back. So, now, you know this information. You better speak the truth.
Ugh.
Fill it out, everything.
What do you want to know?
What information do you have more? Like, is that it?
Told you everything you want to know.
So there's no need to call upon the butcher?
Butcher's still behind bars, mate. He'd be on
That
my
doesn't mean
side
anything.
anyways.
I'm not sure he would be. He owes me a few favors.
Judge hearing this from Zell, I think Judge is like the peripheral vision, like he's kind of just eyeing Zell off that. But, is that everything you know? Is there nothing else you can give us? Any sort of information?
Look,
Tell us about some of these targets you. What was their targeting?
I don't know.
You don't know any targets?
Don't ask. We was sent out to cause a disturbance and keep eyes away from the real work.
Right.
What is the real work? I'm sure you want to know. I don't know. Didn't ask, but
I'll search his pockets real quick.
ugh.
See what he's got on him.
Yep.
Do you have any paperwork, anything that like gives out any more information?
Can you roll a d6 for me, please?
Oh, great! I love D6s.
Flat d6.
5.
Okay. In his right pocket, there is what appears to be a sort of like couple pieces of parchment.
Okay.
And
I'll hand those over to whoever grabs them.
okay. And then in his left-hand pocket, there's a big hole which basically goes through his sort of pocket, and you can see that there's a few coins which are loosely still there. Yeah, there's about 3 gold on him.
Oh, 3 gold. I'll hand the 3 gold to Ashira, and then the parchments I'll hand over to Zell, since Zell says he seems like he knows a lot more about all this cult stuff than I do. So I'm gonna hand it over to him, and then I'm gonna plop the dude onto one of the logs. And just kind of keep my hand on him as like keeping him sit down for a minute. And because he's been cooperative, I'm gonna pump another hit point into him.
Okay.
Lay on hands. Gets another point of healing.
He's clearly not impressed with the fact that you've just fleeced him of all of his belongings, what little he had. But at the same time, I think there's a moment where he sort of can feel the warmth of this lay on hands. Cheers, mate.
Don't worry, we're just checking, making sure nothing's wrong with you. We'll send you on your way. Honestly, you deserve a little bit of it. I mean, you did try to come out and hurt us. So, I mean,
look,
you kind of deserve a little bit of it. I don't know what you were expecting.
I just do what
I
they
will
say.
do more.
I do what they say.
I understand.
You have your own mind.
Which is why
That's
you're
no
alive.
excuse.
Which is why you're alive still. You want to read those parchments real quick? Make sure we can let this
Yeah.
guy go. I have nothing more to
I'll-
tell
We
him.
are not letting him go right now, Judge.
I'll check the parchments.
This
Yeah.
man wants to go back to Crackholm, which is in the opposite direction. On foot, what? 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
He's going to find anybody else he can rat us out for what happened tonight if we let him go. He's not going right now. He's got to wait till morning.
Right, but he ain't gonna be able to get us in the night. We'll be gone to wherever we're going to before he.
We're not
gets
traveling
anywhere.
now. People are still going to sleep. He's going to have to wait. He can go on his merry way. Even better for him, maybe he can get some sleep tonight, huh? Tied up next to the campfire.
Hey, maybe that maybe that member of the coalition might come back round. Maybe we could hand him over to the coalition member. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to give him some help.
I don't mind waiting till morning.
One last question. Since you do know the details of this task, you had to make noise. I'm assuming this had to be done in a certain time frame for the real work to start. So when is the real work supposed to start? When is this signal supposed to go off?
I'm going to say that because you succeeded the persuasion check with a 25 before, it carries forward. Look, miss. The Hoods kept that to themselves, what they're up to. Just say there's something they need out there. Something old. And they're digging up at the bones of the land, looking for it, looking for pieces. And that's all I have. I just know we're meant to keep eyes off that for the time being. Ugh.
No time frame then.
No. Just making distractions, causing chaos. That was the whole shtick. As you can see, he's like breathing in a bit of pain. Judge, you realize that you're putting a little bit more weight on his shoulder as he's laying.
Yeah.
He's on this. But yeah, he's.
I'm sorry, and I'll put another hit point into him.
This time he looks to
I can
you.
take
Where
that
the bu-
away.
Yeah.
He looks to you, Judge, and he sort of nods slightly. As you can see, the swelling on his face starts to reduce. And Zelentrus, as he does so, as he nods up to Judge, he then puts his arm down and catches you saying this to him, and he's sort of... Look, I don't want to be out at night in the forest alone anyways. There's all sorts out here. We were okay with the dogs, but you guys are all right as a group, so I don't mind waiting until the morning, but please, just let me go. I've told you everything I know.
What do the parchments say?
You open up the parchments. The first one appears to have a scribble of some sort. You can't work out what it says. It's very large letters. It's, for lack of a better word, it's common, so you can read the letters, but you
Does it
don't
look like
know.
thieves' cant maybe or something?
On first inspection,
okay.
no. It's almost as if the letters were drawn too big. The second piece of parchment, you see what appears to be a stick figure. And it's a stick figure of a man holding hands with the stick figure of a little girl.
Zell, without kind of telling anyone what's on the second one, puts it back in his pocket and says, "You can have this one back." Is this first one code, or is it related to the second one?
Turn it upside down, mate. And as you do
Turn it
so,
upside down.
you see that it says Dad on it. didn't fit on the other page. She didn't want to ruin it.
I put that back in his pocket as well, and I go, the blood dagger needs a sacrifice as well. And I just put that back in his pocket, and I pull backwards. We'll let him go in the morning. There's nothing bad on those.
Okay.
One word
Drawing
of
is done.
advice:
Yeah.
do not work with them again. Find coin elsewhere.
We'll kill you.
No, it's tough times, but I'll find my way. You have
Vanthal needs a new rat catcher.
suppose it can't be worse than what I'm up to at the moment. So yeah, I might look into it. Yeah, I heard Savantha's quite nice. So okay,
Good place to raise a kid.
and you can see he's looking a bit weary. There's been a lot of lost blood. Mirabelle, Diego, Elirr, you guys are over near Flinnigan, who is tending to the goats. They seem to be a little bit riled up, but otherwise good to go. And Flinnigan says to you, well, that was something else. I think we'll be alright on the road tomorrow, but they might be a little bit tired, so maybe we'll take it easy. If that's alright with you lot, we'll still get there in time. I won't charge you for today, but I appreciate you saving me, and God, it tastes like sweat. The rag in my mouth was sweaty. I don't know where he kept it, but God.
Do you need any bandaging or maybe water?
Oh, do you have water on you? That'd be grand.
Here, and I pass him my water skin.
Oh, thanks a million. Oh. Cheers, Diego. That's awfully kind of you. Appreciate that. Thanks. You're awfully
Don't
nice.
forget- Sure. Thank you. It's pretty late.
No, for sure. Forgive me for saying it, but you do look a little bit tired there. Everything all right?
Thank you. Yes.
Right. Mirabelle, you've seen this go on. Flinnigan and Diego just handing each other this water. Anything that you're doing?
I was just gonna add, like, Flinnigan, is there anything else you need? Because I really think we should get some rest.
Oh no, thanks a million. I'm grand. I just, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit like tired. Just want to get a
Then
bit
go
of sleep, but just nervous about the animals. Someone needs to watch over them. They trust me with their lives. They do.
I don't know whose turn it is to keep watch, but I can ask.
No, it's alright.
But-
I'll be fine.
No, obviously we need you and the goats, obviously, in the best condition. So,
Appreciate that.
naturally, we'll have someone look after them, no? You should get some sleep. You too, Diego.
Yes. Very much so.
And Elirr, whilst this is happening,
Do you need some light maybe to, check the card? And he casts dancing lights and just has like some of the lights dancing around that area.
as you do that, he goes, "Oh, thanks. No, that's a great idea. Actually, I haven't seen it. It might have sabotaged something." He has a look. You can see Flinnigan basically goes around the carriage. He sort of pats down the wheels, gives them sort of a rub over to make sure that they're still intact. No, it looks good. Good. All right. He puts the flap down on the carriage. Repair kit still good to go. So, all right, guys. I think everything's good to go. So we can just get some sleep then. Don't worry about it.
Alright. Thanks for watching out for us.
No, thank you for saving me. It was you guys who did all that. It wasn't me. So I'm in debt to you in a way. But yeah, thanks. Thanks for taking care of the boys as well. I'm sure they're thankful for it. And he sort of turns away and goes back to his carriage. But yeah, you guys head up towards the camp, and you can see that you've got the bandit sitting down. There's been a bit of a back and forth. Zelentrus is just putting something away into the bandit's pockets, who sort of nods at him. I imagine at this point, has anybody tied him up or done anything to keep him where he is? Because he's sort of sitting at the campfire at the moment.
I'll slowly start tying him up.
He obliges. He puts his arms out to you to do so.
Yeah. And as I'm healing him, or as I'm tying him up, I'm gonna pump just 4 more hit points into him, just to as like a thanks for being so.
He nods to you. Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was making notes. Did Sylas check the hooded? Oh, okay, cool.
Not yet, because I
won't do that.
Intrude on anyone's conversation.
I won't say anything until that then.
Sylas.
If nobody is doing it, Sylas will try to loot the Red Wizard's body to see if it has any clues or any information.
Can I have you please roll an investigation check?
I will, and I will use guidance on myself,
Okay.
which is a 5. So
What's your guidance going to be? It's a
D4,
1d4,
right?
yeah. Okay.
A 3.
So with an 8, you can see, I would say that you see straight away, he's got the red hood, he's got the outfit. What you notice is that he has a tear on his sleeve, and he also appears to have that same sort of faint mark on his upper arm. You find on him 5 gold pieces and what appears to be a blank piece of parchment with just a very faint, very, very faint marking on it that looks like an anvil. It's sort of like a anvil shape.
Would I
That's what you
recognize
see.
it as the same anvil we saw on the road before entering this
With
section?
an 8, you're not sure. It just appears to be like a anvil shape. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll put the 5 pieces in my bag, and I will take the piece of paper with me to the rest of the group.
Nice.
Probably to one of the guys who might have seen the thing. So probably Zell or Judge. Yeah, cool.
Cool. So, is anybody doing anything before you go back to sleep? Now that you've got the bandit tied up by the fire, I imagine you sort of got him in a place. He doesn't look like he's fighting to go anywhere. As you mentioned, he doesn't want to be in the woods at night, on his own anyways, especially tied up. What are you guys doing?
I'll take the note from Sylas and take a look at it, and then offer to keep the next watch.
I'll give it.
Cool. Yeah, you can see from it, it's an anvil. You're not entirely sure if you've seen it before, but you have seen other anvil markings. It doesn't look the same as anything. It's just an anvil.
Judge, does this... You mentioned your vision when we were down in the cultists' headquarters or whatever. You mentioned something like this. Does this ring a bell?
And Judge, as you're looking at it,
I'll look at it, yeah.
it looks like an anvil.
Right. I don't know, man. Doesn't. I mean, it's just an anvil to me.
Okay. Well, there's 2 of us who seem to be connected to anvils, so I guess you found it, Sylas. How about... I know you're a little bit... You're suddenly distracted by the goings-on in the forest behind you. But why don't you hold on to it?
Yeah, sure.
If you guys want to rest, I'm happy to take this watch. I made myself hungry with all that food talk.
Cool.
Well,
Do you
good
guys?
night.
Nice. Yeah. So Elirr heads off to bed. Anyone else doing anything, or does everyone go to rest?
I imagine it's the end of Ashira's watch with Judge, right?
Yep.
At this point.
Yep. Cool. And so, Ashira, you bed down for the night. I would say that Judge, you're probably in sentry mode, very close to the bandit guy.
Oh, I am putting myself in sentry mode, looking at the bandit, but also looking out for the cart and the goats as well. So I'm gonna pull extra sentry.
Cool. I'll say that you guys start your watch. Can I have a perception check from both of you, please?
Sure thing, big man.
As the hours roll by, Zell with a 12 and Judge with a 10, you notice, you catch the occasional movement as whenever the bandit looks to the forest or hears a noise, he seems to sort of shake slightly as he looks around. He's clearly looking into the darkness every now and then, especially when there's any noises in the bushes.
Do you think something's out there that could get to us? Did you see something in the forest before that's either connected or not connected to you?
Look, there's all sorts in these forests, especially during the night. I'm thankful to be around company. To be completely honest, I don't want to be out there on my own. So I appreciate you letting me go in the morning, especially next to the fire here. I'm a little bit nervous of what's out there.
Are you going to be okay walking? Because it's going to be nightfall before you reach any other settlements.
I'll manage. I'll
Unless
figure
you
it
want
out.
to come to the Grove of Luna.
I don't know much about it, to be honest. Probably best I leave you guys. But you have my word, I'll stay away from them as well. Talon, I won't go anywhere near them. Scout's honor.
We'll speak with our driver in the morning and we'll find whatever path is closest to civilization for you.
I'd appreciate that. Cheers. As he lays down, you can hear the occasional wince as he's still pretty sore. And there's the occasional sort of mark in the sand where there's still blood dripping off his clothing. But yeah, you guys, do you do anything during your watch?
On the subject of blood, what happened with the dagger?
You, after slaying the beast, the mastiff, you felt the dagger disappear from your hand. And to your side is the dagger near where your pouch of celestial dust is, as you successfully managed to activate its effect. And Zelentrus, you feel stronger as you gained a +2 to your strength stat as you took
That
the
is so useful.
When you're in a negative, a +1 helps. So you do feel stronger. So yeah, you get a +2 outright, and it is not capped to 20. So if you manage to raise your stats to 20, this would be a +2 on top of that as well. But yeah, you are on, I believe you're on a 9 now, up from 7.
No, I'm on an 8.
You're on an 8 up from a 6. So you're going in the right direction. But yeah, and you do have that dagger. What you notice about it is it does appear to be just a normal dagger now. It doesn't have that sort of faint glow that it had. And it's sharp to the touch. But yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Does anyone do anything before Judge Zelentrus? Do you do anything before the morning comes around?
I'm in sentry mode. I don't have no idea what they've been talking about. I'm
Okay.
just
Cool. Yeah.
The only thing that Yeah, the Zelentrus will kind of make a note that is the anvil a sign that they're attacking Forge Heart Citadel? Could that be related to that instead? And he just kind of jots it down as a note so he doesn't forget to mention it the next morning.
Okay.
It kind of leaves it for people to see as well.
Cool. Yeah. But yeah, you guys all managed to get the benefits of a full night's rest. And you wake the next morning to your campfire, where each of you, bear with me 1 second. Yeah. You wake the next morning, and each of you are sort of, hold on, I'm just going to put you to the right map. Cool. You wake up the next morning, and yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny. The sun rising on the horizon. It also stirs the birds in the forest. You hear the occasional chirping. There's the gentle breeze coming through. It's slightly warm as spring is in full effect at the moment. But yeah, you all wake up. Diego, this is the best you've felt in at least 24 hours. After, despite last night's interruption, you managed to successfully reduce 1 level of exhaustion thanks to a wolf of some sort in your dream.
Yeah. I still have 2 levels of exhaustion, so I'm still absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
But I feel slightly better, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
do we actually see duplicates of ourselves on the map? Oh, hello.
I am not sure what just happened, but yeah.
Oh, cool. As Judge wakes up, I don't want to forget it. I'm gonna, because the flower has been planted all night. It's been, yeah, I'm just gonna put some water on it real quick and let it sit there for a minute, and then after like I don't know, maybe like while everyone else is getting tents brought down, if nothing happens with that flower, I'm just gonna pull it back out and take it with me.
You pour water on it, and it doesn't seem to do anything. What you notice is the flower still appears to be quite dry, as it's a dried flower. Nothing seems to happen. And as you pluck it out of the soil, the dust and the dirt sort of just falls off it. Yeah.
Well,
nothing happens.
Okay. Cool.
Is anyone doing anything as you take down your tents?
I'll take
Ashira
down. I'll take down Diego's tent for him.
Okay.
I think you would see that Diego manages to pull a few of the pegs out, and seems slightly more competent today.
Zel will pat him on the back, just like, "Hey, good man."
Thanks, buddy.
And Ashira.
Yeah, she would have already packed down her tent and stuff, and rummages through her bag as she walks over to the bandit guy, leans down towards him and slips something into his pocket, and then whispers into his ear in Thieves' Cant, "A day's grace. Do not let us see your face on the wrong side again." As she puts 1 ration into his pocket.
I appreciate that.
Does he say that in common?
He says it just to you. Yeah.
In common?
In common.
Okay.
Oh, as you turn away. Oh. There's one thing I didn't say. You've been hospitable to me. The crow said there's also a prize on the line for catching a wolf-born. I don't know what that is or what that means. But thereafter, there was a prize for a wolf-born or something, but that's all I have. Am I good to go?
Wolfborn. Looking around to the rest.
Do we hear all that, or?
I imagine you would have heard him say that to Ashira as she turned away and he sort of caught her as she was doing so.
Zel looks and just shrugs.
Wait, who is this guy?
Were you... Diego, you were here last night.
Oh, it's the bandit. I didn't know. Okay. Hello.
Good morning.
Better morning than there has been. Yes. Right. Is he coming along? Have we recruited him? What?
Flinnigan, what? Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Flinnigan, what's the fastest route to a somewhat civilized location from here? Whether it's a farmstead or...
Well...
on foot.
On foot? To be honest with you, I think... probably the closest place would be maybe Forge Heart Citadel. That's probably the major... On foot?
Even a minor one would be... It's just, staying out overnight is not...
Let me think about that.
Can I help him? I have traveled here for the last 10 years. On this road, up and down.
Yeah.
Isn't there any farms that will take travelers?
You guys are here right now. The closest city, so to speak, would definitely be the Forge Heart Citadel. The Grove of Luna is probably the next closest, but you guys are heading that way. And it's more like a druidic grove. You could probably stay a couple nights maybe, but it's more like camping rather than hotels, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not really taverns and houses. It's more like a natural environment, a cave or two. Yeah, I think the closest would be Forge Heart Citadel, back there past that. And as he says that, the bandit overhears and says to you all, Forge Heart. That name came up. I can't say why, I've just heard it whispered like it's worth something.
There's an anvil in on a parchment that was in the Red Hood's pocket. I was wondering last night when I was on my watch. Could that be a sign that they were doing something at Forge Heart Citadel?
Well, I don't know anything about Forge Heart, so. But I know it's a name I've heard. If I went there, I'd have to go pretty quickly away from it, but it'd be a start. Look, you guys have done so much for me, but perhaps I should get on my way while the day's early.
If only we had a way to, if you got to Forge Heart, you could tell us if something was there. Oh well.
I don't intend to stay there.
Do you need anything for the road? I know it might not be much. Judge is gonna give the bandit, the guy, just a thing of rations and a bedroll, because Judge doesn't need that stuff.
You're giving him a bedroll?
Yeah, I've had one on me, and I'm just gonna hand it to him.
Well, I have to say, I am a very kind person, but is this not taking the piss a bit?
I mean, I'll take it.
For what? For what?
What?
I mean,
Why are we
gave us
bending over
information.
backwards? Yes, he also tried to kill us last night and tied up a carriage driver.
True, but people make mistakes. It doesn't mean that he could turn a whole new leaf. Maybe this is his new start at a new part of life that he can, do good in now.
But we are sending him to the direction that potentially he needed to go anyway.
No. You're right. You're right. Look.
I'm just saying, we don't need to... What are we going to do, give him the carriage next? Like, we have
just
done a
giving him-
decency.
I
We
mean,
have done a
I'm giving him
decency to let
food.
him live.
Giving him some food.
I appreciate that, Mr. Tin Man. Look, just let me walk, please. I don't even know where I'm meant to go next. I just know what I've told you. I'll vanish. I'll go back to Cragholm and be with my little girl, and you won't hear from me again. Name's Jamai, by the way. But perhaps if you're in Cragholm, visit the Rusty Cellar tavern by the pier. Ask for Jamai. Plan to spend most of my time there. Might try a job, maybe, who knows. But I appreciate you. And
was it the Rusty Cellar, did you say?
The Rusty Sailor.
Rusty Cellar.
Yeah. Now, if it's okay with you guys, he's slowly backing away from the camp. I'm gonna be on my way.
Good luck.
Thank you. As he turns and
As he leaves.
Yep, he starts walking away.
I would just say to the rest of the group. So, what information did we get out of him then? Did he tell you why he was here? Was he targeting us?
So, I as far as I gathered, it was more kind of a distraction.
Oh, okay.
We have no leads to say that the red cultists, the red hoods are going to attack the Grove of Luna. The only lead we really got out of it is that there's some relation to an anvil.
Okay.
Aside from...
You said it was a distraction. Did they know it was us then? Because I feel like 2 guys and, 2-3 dogs? Doesn't seem like a lot.
I think we killed they were just meant to make some noise to distract us. I think we kind of killed the guy who had all the answers.
Okay, so it was just to try to kill us.
Well,
No,
I don't think they were even... I think they were maybe meant to steal Flinnigan and make off with him and kind of leave us out in the lurch.
So,
I don't even know if we were supposed to be distracted, to be honest. From the real work? Are we even the real work? Or is somewhere else the real work?
No, but you just said he was going to steal Flinnigan, so where were they going to take him?
There was meant to be a signal, but he didn't know what the signal was. It was all the Red Hood that had the information. He was just hired help with limited knowledge. He's a mercenary.
Right.
That's the mark on his arm.
Okay.
He had a mark from someone I used to know.
Okay.
Just a mercenary, try to kill us, failed. Maybe we should focus on the task at hand, no? Maybe we'll find some clues.
Well, I was just saying that if he was trying to steal Flinnigan, maybe there are others in peril or captives, you know? It means that there could be a location that they came from, or where they're going to.
The only lead that we really got was that parchment with the anvil on it is probably related to Forge Heart Citadel, and they said that and he just said now that there was something important there. That and
He said something
Wolfborn?
about, and digging up
what?
something old.
Digging up something old and a wolfborn.
They have a middleman that they call the Crow. That is the person that
There's a person called the Crow?
they call him the Crow. He said there was a
Okay.
big prize for finding a wolfborn, whatever that is, and also that he has never seen the Crow. He doesn't know what he looks like, but he is the middle person between hiring for the Red Hoods.
Okay.
That's what we know, and I guess, I don't know. Zell could be right. My understanding was perhaps that the distraction on the road would maybe distract from what's happening in the Grove of Luna, but maybe I am thinking too far ahead.
So,
They could be striking both.
whatever they were trying to distract from, maybe we should hurry.
Let us go to the Grove then. Yes.
Yeah.
How about we go to the Grove and we head when we head back via Forge Heart Citadel. And if we need to pay, do we have to kind of pay any extra money to Flinnigan for what he went through? Is that how this works, or
No,
no?
no. You
Yeah,
don't
he
pay.
was
I
the-
think-
You don't pay a carriage driver for hazard pay. That's part of the job.
He was
Okay,
very
then-
grateful we saved his life, and I'm pretty sure he's that's okay.
Then it might be a little bit extra to go via Forge Heart, but it
Yes.
seems. I know we were discussing
Let's-
going another way, maybe going back
let's-
via Silas's home, but I think
Let's
this
cross
may
that
be more
bridge when we
pressing.
get to it. Let's get to the grove.
If
first.
there is any bridges left by that.
Yes.
Yes. Well, bridges have been destroyed around here.
Already?
Do you guys head down towards the carriage? You would see as you're doing so that Flinnigan is there with a shovel, and he's sort of patting the earth. And I'd say that Elirr, as you're the closest, you hear that he says a few words, and what you catch of it is very much mentioning Althea. Can I have a history check from you, please? He says
Oh.
something in the name of Althea. With a 19, you know that to be the goddess of life, the prime god. Althea, as he lays the shovel flat and sort of pats the earth and turns around and sort of dusts himself off. Oh! Are we good to go then? We're gonna go. You guys ready?
Yeah, we are ready to go.
All right, as he sort of hops up onto the carriage seat. Whew.
What was that?
Oh,
He attacked us. Did you pray?
well, not everybody does things because they mean to, you know? So, all life is sacred, really, if you think about it. Everybody
I knew
deserves
I
a
liked you for some reason.
Everybody deserves
all
a burial.
correct.
Right, we good to go, everybody. Do you all hop onto the carriage? Do you get on board? Cool. As you guys get on board, as you all make your way onto the carriage, the Clover Coach, led by Flinnigan O'Hare, you guys get on your way. You leave the campsite. You head down the road. Can I please have one of you? You can decide who. Roll a perception check for me, please.
I think we should have Diego do it, right? I mean, it's only fair. He's finally down to.
If Diego does it, it'll be a lower number, so sure, let's do it. Diego, can I have a perception check from you, please?
I roll on the first night, so I think someone else should do it.
Okay,
I've already rolled.
nominate.
I could roll since
Yep.
I wasn't here.
Elirr,
Just one-
let's
Okay.
do it. Elirr, perception check for me, please.
12.
A 12. Ooh, okay. Okay. As you guys are heading down the road, you see, as you make about a couple hours pass, it's early morning, the birds are chirping. It's coming up to around lunchtime. Maybe about 12 o'clock. And you can hear the occasional sort of rummage from Flinnigan outside, who's obviously looking for a sandwich or something to snack on while he's driving away here, or leading the carriage ahead, I should say. And yeah, you guys, I would say, Elirr, you spot a broken down carriage on the side of the road. And Flinnigan sort of pulls on the reins of these two Terramorn longhorn goats as they all come to a stop, and you all feel this sort of, as the tires sort of screech, you hear some mumbling from outside, followed by what it sounds like sort of maybe human voices coming from the carriage. Does anyone look outside? Anyone step out?
It seems like there was maybe these people who attacked you. And I guess he pokes his head out.
Cool. Elirr, you see a carriage with what looks to be a very rotund gentleman. It's sort of a gentleman who's got his hair in what looks like curls. He's got a very long mustache that sort of curls at the end. He's wearing shoes as well, golden shoes that seem to be like a leather that's got sort of golden decal or filigree to it, and it sort of curls at the toe as well. This gentleman looks to be of some maybe nobility, and he's sort of there. You can see having a go, maybe shouting something angrily towards what appears to be a halfling gentleman trying to fix a carriage, as one of the wheels has a sort of break in it. Does anyone do anything?
Should we help? But he doesn't seem nice.
Oh, you hear Flinnigan sort of, you're right there. How's it going? And the gentleman turns. Well, bloody hell, another frickin' halfling. What? Can you fix a tire or a wheel or whatever this thing is here? This bumbling buffoon. Gonna be late back to the infirmary at the Forge Heart Citadel. I'm a doctor, you know. We're going to be late because of you halfling.
What happened?
Oh, I don't. What we hit a stone on our way. I'm not used to driving off the main road, especially towards the groves of Solara and of Luna. He was looking for some recipes or something. Not sure. But my kit's gone missing. Do you have a spare by any chance? As he looks over to you and Flinnigan. And Flinnigan sort of goes, I do actually have a spare. Do you need... Guys, do you mind if I just go help him for a minute? Halfling needs a halfling is indeed, you know?
Go ahead.
And he hops off, and you can sort of see he reaches up to basically the side of the carriage and pulls out what looks to be like a little, almost like a wooden box. It sounds like there's some maybe tools in it or something. And he goes over and starts helping them out. And you can just see that the gentleman is sort of angrily talking to somebody in the carriage. And you're, oh, is anyone doing anything?
Yeah, so as Flinnigan starts helping, Ashira will hop out of the carriage. And is he in his carriage?
He's standing outside it, looking into it. Sort of as the front left...
Looking into the car.
Yeah, so he's on the left side of the cart, looking into the door that's open. There, you can hear what sounds like maybe a lady's voice from the inside who doesn't seem too pleased either. And then the two halflings at the front are currently trying to fix the sort of wheel of the front left wheel.
Seeing the glint in Ashira's eye just as she goes to hop out, I think Zel would just go, if you need a distraction, let me know. But aside from that, you've definitely got this. And bardic inspiration.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So Ashira, you hop out of the cart. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just... can I stand in a way that I have Zel also sort of line of sight?
Zel, are you hopping out of the cart as well?
I'll hop out if it would give a hand, yeah.
Okay.
Who's hopping out? Elirr, Zel, and Ashira?
Elirr would help out with the halflings, or at least stand there. Yeah, you would hop out.
Yeah. Okay. I imagine you're probably supporting them by like holding maybe the bigger items. They occasionally hand you the occasional tool. Like, can you hold that, Elirr, please? Thanks for that. Oh, I'm looking forward.
Yeah, Ashira and Zel are definitely helping the halflings.
Cool. Yeah. So you two hop out. Yeah. And what do you do?
What a terrible mishap to have this happen, but surely a man of your stature wouldn't expect these premium services to just happen for free, right?
Excuse me. What are you... Oh god, it's one of those. I didn't know they had tieflings out here in Verdantara. Trying to get away from you.
Blind.
Blind? Have you know I have perfect vision? What do you want?
For a doctor.
Yes.
Coin, or you will be stranded here for even longer.
Coin?
Do you think this wheel comes here for free and this labor comes for free?
What makes you think I would have coin on my person? Traveling around this forest.
It doesn't need to be coin. It can be worth coin.
He looks.
Surely someone dressed as well as you and a mustache kept like that. You gotta survive out here, right? You're not telling me you're walking around, traveling. You're not paying your driver either?
Well. Can I have a persuasion check from you, please?
Is there anything valuable looking on the back of this thing whilst this conversation's going on?
Whilst the conversation's happening, I'll allow you to do a perception check.
Cool.
Can I use my bardic inspiration?
You can definitely
there
use
as
your
well?
bardic, yeah, and it's a
What's that, a
1d.
D6? 1d4.
I think it's
D6.
1d4, isn't it?
Could I flag investigation instead
Zell,
of perception?
Is the bardic 1d4 or 1d6?
Oh, 1d6.
1d6, okay, wow.
Wow, that's a 13.
With a 13, you can tell he's a little bit charmed by you, but he's also aware that you're a tiefling who's asking him for money, and he's obviously shown some disgust towards that already. Yeah, no, I think I'll take my chances, darling. These fiends.
I will look over to Zell and
Can I roll investigation
anyone?
instead of perception?
I'll allow investigation, yeah, if you're looking for... What are you looking for? Anything valuable in particular?
Just something valuable. 12.
With a 12 on the back, you can see it looks to be like a box that's got different things sort of strapped to the back. There's two boxes. One is a silver color, and it has what looks to be maybe a hair comb sticking out of it, which looks to have like a silver sort of shine to it. And the other one is a brown box with a golden sort of lock on it.
Nick the silver box.
I'm gonna need a sleight of hand from you here if
Okay.
you're trying to do this whilst this conversation is happening.
Can I
help
have advantage whilst
distract?
the conversation's happening?
I have something to say to this guy, so I can help distract.
Let's say, okay, you know what? I'll say that, Ashira, you see this happening. You hear the noise of the rustle as he goes to reach for this box, and he's about to turn around. What do you do? What?
She will just start laughing at him and say, well, that is just with the most richest thing. But you know what? Next time you have a problem with your cards, maybe look at your own pot belly, but perhaps if you lost some weight, the wheel wouldn't pop off next time.
How
Doctor.
dare you? How dare you talk to me in such a manner? I ought to have you hung. Can I have another stealth check from you, please, Zelentrus?
Sleight of hand or stealth?
Sleight of hand, sorry. Sleight of hand.
That's an 18.
Which box were you going for?
The silvery box.
You successfully pick up the silver box, and it's about maybe a foot wide, but thin. You reckon you'd be able to sort of hide this behind your side. But yeah, you managed to grab hold of this.
I wink at Ashira.
Ashira, you see this as the gentleman sort of he's looking a little bit red in the face. He's full-cheeked, full-bodied, and he's a bit sort of... You've obviously pissed him off here. How could you?
You should really work on your cardio if this has got you huffing and puffing,
Cardio?
mister.
Oh, gods. If only the portal to the Nine Hells had never had opened, perhaps we wouldn't have met fiends like yourself. What are you even
Well,
doing
It
here?
would open. Someone like you would fall right through it because that's where you belong.
As he's very pissed off but not actually doing anything about it. And as he does this, you notice, Ashira, can I say, actually, yeah, I'd say you notice this. As he puts his hands to his side, you see what appears to be a jeweled pocket watch hanging from his left side pocket. It's a gold sort of color, and it glints at you as it does so. He sort of goes, "Be on your way, wench," as he steps towards the carriage again. "Are you almost finished?" And you can see the halfling, and Flinnigan sort of goes, "We're almost there, don't worry about it. We're nearly there." And he's hammering her away. "Thanks, Elirr. Thank you for that. Oh, really good hand, you know. my finger. Sorry. And the two of them managed to repair the spokes in this period of time. But yeah, does anyone do anything as he sort of steps and has got his head into the carriage, talking to the people, one eye on Ashira? What are you guys doing?
Okay, I will make this very quick so we can move on.
When
But
we're done, I would like to talk.
it's left hand,
Like,
right?
when
And
the
he's
wheel is
standing
done, I
towards the
would like
card.
to talk.
Left hand, yeah.
Her tail will plop over to his right shoulder
You're going to use your tail. Okay, yeah.
and tap him on the right shoulder as I will try and go for the watch.
Okay, Zelentrus is on that side of him. So I'm going to need... Ooh,
He's
you
done,
know what?
Isn't he?
No, but
Done, but
you're still on that side. So I'm going to need a stealth check from... I'll allow it at advantage. From...
that's a natural 2027
Ooh.
first roll.
I mean, you can roll it again if you want. But yeah, nat 20, you're not going to roll higher.
That's another 20.
Cool. So yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
So yeah, you definitely, he sort of sees you looking at the back there, and he maybe thinks that you tapped, and for the moment, he's sort of trying to work out what he felt, because you're a little bit too far away. Ashira, what are you doing as he's now looking away? Do you go to
If
reach?
it's hanging loosely,
You can see he's got...
got.
I will say, you can see there's multiple pockets here. On his waistcoat, to his side, to his back pocket. There is that sort of watch, but there's quite a few pockets. What do you do?
However it hangs, if his hand is accessible or if there's a pocket that hangs open, I will just, like a little mystery box, grab and go.
Sure. Can I have a sleight of hand from you, please?
The 24.
With a 24, you go to reach for the jeweled pocket watch, and in doing so, you realize that it's attached. But as you go to unclip it with that sort of pin that it's attached with, you also feel what appears to be a coin pouch. Do you attempt to grab the coin pouch as well?
If I can, I'm either unclipping the watch
You
or I'm
can
going
feel
for the other
both.
things. It's one or the other.
You can feel both. Which one do you go for? Or do you try both?
No, I'll go for the watch. If I've already unclipped it, I'll go for the
Okay,
watch.
so you take the watch, yeah, and he doesn't feel it as you've taken this watch, and sort of slide it down, maybe down your side. As he turns back to you, are you almost finished? And the two halflings, they sort of finish away, and as they do so, Elirr, we come to you. As they stand up, they sort of wipe the sweat off their brow, thank each other, give themselves a handshake.
Don't you think they did a fabulous job, should be kinder to your helpers?
Can I have a persuasion check from you, please? At disadvantage, because he's in a really bad mood.
Persuasion at disadvantage. Dear God. That's my greatest skill. Actually wrong.
As he sort of looks to you and goes, "Oh, even the birds can speak here. Maybe, fly away, little bird. Buzz off, would you?" As he hops in and he slams the door. And he slams the door, and you just hear the rustle of the sort of carriage, and the banging on the carriage from the inside as they begin to get underway, and the two sort of halflings sort of don their hats to each other.
As the halfling like kind of maybe brushes off to get on the thing, can I cast elementalism on the ground for shape earth?
Yeah.
And just have a message there. If you're ever in trouble, like kind of tell him where to
So
find
that he
us.
can see?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
the halfling.
Can I just have last roll from you? Can I have a performance check from you to see whether or not it's in a position where he would see this?
Oh, that is disadvantage, sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah,
15.
no, with a 15, yeah, he sees it, and he taps his head down towards Flinnigan, sort of looks at you and nods to you as well, and continues on. The rest of you, are you heading back to the carriage? Do you head on? Cool.
After that, yes.
Yeah. As you guys hop back in, Yeah, Ashira, you are now in possession of a jeweled pocket watch. It's a gold casing set with a tiny ruby on the lid. And inside is a delicate engraving that says, "To Lord Brathwyn, may time always favor you." It's likely gifted to him, probably, you'd think. Or maybe by somebody that he's swindled or stolen it from. Who knows? But yeah, you reckon that it's probably worth about 50 gold pieces. Zelentrus, you have a box in front of you. Do you open? And as you open the box, you see that there is a crescent-shaped silver comb with a. It looks like it's worth about 25 gold pieces. It's a silver comb with it's like polished silver with sort of inlaid pearls on it. And you can see that it's most likely stolen from or taken from a lady of Noble's Row in Sylvanthal, as Lady Paravinia had one just like it. It still has a faint trace of perfume to it as well. But yeah, and you reckon it's worth about 25 gold pieces, so you have 2 items on you now as well. Cool. As you guys continue on, it's now coming up towards the afternoon, and I would say that all of you can see ahead of you is this enormous tree. As you arrive, after multiple days' travel, after multiple sessions of travel, finally to the Grove of Luna. Now, what happens is you guys arrive in and the road begins to get a bit choppy. You get very close. You can see the tree. It looks large. It looks enormous. And what you feel is that you're nowhere near the base of it. You've got probably maybe 2 or 3 hours walk to get over to it. Maybe 2 hours, but there is a path that seems to lead straight to it, lit with what looks to be a blue sort of candlelight along this sort of path that's dotted along. However, Flinnigan says to you all, "All right, well, this is as far as I can go, unfortunately. We're not actually allowed to take any of the carriages any further up there, so hopefully this will do for you guys. I'm more than happy, of course, to stay here and wait for you guys to come back. It's quite safe, it's well lit. I feel at ease, and worst case scenario, Pickle and Turnip will come and see you guys. I'll just let them go, and you can know that, you know, maybe I'm not so good. But yeah, here we are." Do you guys hop off the carriage?
Yep.
Cool.
Elirr will try and walk close to Ashira. Like, we did all see what they did, more or less, or did we not?
You would definitely see that they're inspecting some nice new items in the carriage. Cool. Which they didn't have previously. But yeah, so you sort of hang back with Ashira. Who's leading you guys towards the Grove of Luna? Up this sort of what looks to be like a valley. You're going sort of into a hill, between 2 hills almost, towards this tree. You're going to lead? Very nice. Okay, so Sylas, you lead on. Is anyone doing anything? A couple hours are passing. You're walking towards it. You can see that the sun is going across the sky. It's still daytime. But as you're coming up to it...
I'm walking right next to Diego.
Okay.
And I'll let Elirr have his conversation first, but I was going to say something to
Cool.
Diego.
I mean, while walking, Elirr is mainly gonna also like kind of stretch his wings a bit, since I've been in the cart for a long time and just you know. But Ashira, that guy was not very nice, was he?
No, he was not. He's not a good person.
He was rude to all people.
Yes, and that is why karma got to him. You see?
It's do you really know where he came from?
No, he said something about being a doctor and working for what, an infirmary or something? Do I know where there is an infirmary?
You know, the halfling, he's fine.
He mentioned in the conversation that he was headed back to Forge Heart Citadel, to the infirmary there. So you would know that there is an infirmary now at Forge Heart Citadel, where he is currently stationed as a doctor. At least that's what he says.
Let's hope we don't need any healing when we go there, huh?
Well, I just hope the whoever's working for him is gonna be fine. I kind of tried dropping him a message. I hope they're gonna be fine. Maybe we check up on at least the halfling.
The driver?
Yeah.
He'll be fine. I wanted to get some money off him and then give some to the lads for changing the tires and stuff, but he wouldn't budge, so...
Well, I thought he would be knowledgeable, I collect things, books, and I tinker with potions, and yeah, he seemed, maybe he would know stuff, but he wasn't very nice.
People like that, Elirr, and I know you've not been on Celestria for very long, but they don't like the people from Convergence. They only think of the people that should be here from the start. We are not welcomed here.
Yeah, there were also very few people at Academy who were nice. There was a couple friends, but mostly the ladies. Guys can be arrogant or what you call it, like they are jealous.
You need to not take it personal, okay?
Well, they did call me names like that guy a lot.
Elirr, as you're walking along, you notice that in front of you, Diego is lagging a little bit behind the pace of the rest of the group, as he's maybe taking a bit longer. Mirabelle and Zelentrus and Sylas occasionally look back to wonder where you guys are, as Judge is holding the pace of Diego, as the two of them are in conversation as well, just ahead of you. What are you guys saying?
Diego, I gotta ask you something.
Yes. What is it?
I just wanted your opinion on something. So last night I was pulling guard. I was in my sentry mode, keeping eyes on everything.
Wait, have you got hot gossip on the account?
Oh, maybe this could be some good gossip. I don't know, but I was noticing there was two people on guard, and there was.
Oh no! Before you say anything, nothing happened between me and Zell.
No, what? No, I didn't. Was gonna ask you about that, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I noticed there was someone trying not to stare, but kind of staring at Mirabelle at the campfire, and I just wanted to know. I've seen this before. I've seen people staring at people before. Someone was staring at Evangeline as I was walking with her once. Why do people stare at each other like that? Like, is there a reason behind it?
Well, there could be many different possibilities as to why they would do that. It could be infatuation. It could be well, I don't know if love is the correct word. Maybe more lust, if anything. But it could eventually lead to love. Maybe. Who was it? Was it Sylas? Because I have seen Sylas looking at Ashira too.
That's one I feel like I wouldn't really. I don't know. Sylas seems like a very innocent guy. I don't think he's ready for that kind of commitment.
It was Ashira? I did wonder if she meant
No, it was not Ashira. It was and he'll like slightly point towards Elirr.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like they don't understand that I am pulling watch as well in sentry mode, that I can actually see what everyone's doing.
You know, I have to say, I'm so glad that you've told me this now, because normally in my, normal state when I'm not as tired, I would leave the tent half naked, go for a piece of a tree. But now I know that you're watching, I'll make sure that I'm stood the other side of the tree.
I would definitely do that. Also, to kind of bring up those two, I also feel like there's some tension in the group between. Well, I think Mirabelle might have some tension towards you. I mean, I don't know if there's anything serious. Yeah, I mean, she seems to be rather fond to talking to you from time to time. I'm just wanting to understand what's going on in this group,
well, I think, she seems lovely. Seems like a very nice person. She's been going through a few things at the
A
moment.
lot. Yeah.
I think, I don't know. Maybe because I have taken the time to be extra kind to her. I don't know. Maybe.
Right. Well, just know, I'm sorry if I ask too many forward questions. I'm trying to keep in mind that you guys have a lot of different feelings about a lot of different things. And trying to understand it all, to be honest. But, I will just say, it's interesting to see the dynamics between other people in this group. I mean, Mirabelle towards you and Elirr towards Mirabelle. A lot of growing.
And like you said yourself, Judge, you stare at all of us at night. So maybe you have something for
not
one of us
because
too.
I want to stare at you guys. It's more like I'm trying to keep you guys safe. My intentions behind the stare is nothing.
Oh, I know. When I go
like
for a
that.
midnight pee, I bet you'll be watching my ass walk towards the trees.
No, I will. No, not at all. What I will be doing. But just know, whoever you find interest in, I support you.
What?
You're a good person, and you have a very good heart, Diego. And I want you to be happy in life. So if you ever find interest in somebody, let me know and I'll help you out. I'll be your robo buddy in those scenarios.
Okay. I've never had issues with that. It doesn't matter. Look, let's see what the day brings, eh?
Right.
And as you guys continue along, some time passes. You find yourself walking on more and more fallen leaves. And then you see flowers on different sides. Hedges start to appear. It's almost like you're walking through a valley that's been converted into a garden. Like it's hedgerows of flowers and trees. And before you is a massive tree. But right at the base, you can see a very faint light as you guys continue walking up and eventually find yourself on a path that has a river running next to it, with another path on the other side. As you guys walk up towards the Grove of Luna. And that is where we're going to take a short break. As you guys have finally made it to the Grove of Luna, we're going to take just a minute to grab a drink, refresh, and then we'll come back ready to go at the Grove of Luna. But yeah, we'll be right back. And we're back. We had a quick break. We're good to go. So you guys have made it after a couple of hours. It's now around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or evening, I should say. And you're coming on in to what appears to be a very beautiful, very bright, very vibrant grove of druids. Around you, you can see there are hedgerows with little, what look to be like little yellow flowers blooming. Some of them are still buds, not quite yet blooming. Others are in full flourish. They've got red roses. They've got lilies from all around the place. They've got lily pads in the river. And what you notice ahead of you is there appears to be a sort of almost like a floating platform. It's attached at the back, but it's sort of above the water, and with water going down all the sides of it is this platform with hedges and a golden ledge all the way around it. It's circular, but there's not that many people here. It's quiet. There's the occasional sort of hum coming from the other areas of the area ahead of you. What do you guys do? As Sylas, you lead everybody in. You're familiar with this kind of thing. You've been in a druid grove or two in your time. This is much larger than what you're used to. It's large, it's luscious.
First of all, to explain how Sylas is feeling, he is feeling a bit at rest, but also at the same time not, because he knows he's in the Grove of Luna. But it's a better scene as the city, for example, Savantal, where he where he was before. I reckon he is just like walking the path, trying to find anyone who resembles a member of this circle. Trying to find obviously the Archdruid.
Silas, do you have any tips for how we should act in a druid grove?
Well, as long as you act normal by the rules, almost as if it in the city, stay off the grass, don't pick the flowers, respect nature, you should be fine. And if you have any doubt about stuff, ask me first before you do it.
I do have one question, Silas. So this is like enemy territory for you, right?
He
Are we going to
He
get arrested
chuckles.
or anything along those lines for you being here?
It's not like we're not mortal enemies who are like going to stab each other the soon we see each other.
Okay.
It's like it's kind of a personal thing about the Grove, Luna, or Luna itself. So maybe we'll get to it later, but it's not of a big deal at the moment.
Okay, well, just let me know if you need any inspiration, let's say, for when you're about to say your piece. I'll back you up.
So that's a great offer. For now, I think we'll be fine.
As you guys start stepping your way up the path, Silas, as you're at the front, you see what appears to be an owl sort of fly down to the path in front of you. And it sits for a minute on the step, as if looking at you as you enter.
What do I see anything extraordinary, or like is it like a normal owl? Is it...
You see an owl fly down, and it sort of stands almost in front of you as you're looking towards it. Do you sort of observe it in any way?
I will approach the owl because it's in the middle of our road.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just stand in front of it, looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
See if it will react or do anything.
It says to you, in common, "What brings you to the Grove of Luna?"
I will answer in Druidic. I am looking for the Archdruid. I have a letter of the Circle of Whispers.
The owl's head turns both ways, and then in that moment transforms into another druid. As you see before you is one of the druidesses of Luna, and she says to you, "The Circle of Stars." She looks you up and down and says to you in Druidic, "What business do you have on our holy ground? Why do you wish to speak to the Archdruid?"
Well, first of all, I mean no harm. I was sent here as an envoy to deliver this letter, from which the contents are unknown to me, to your Archdruid.
She looks at you for a moment. You can see her gaze is focused on this letter that you're holding out to her. As she then says to you, "Okay. Are they all with you?" She looks past
They are my
them.
party, and I do trust them.
You will be watched on these grounds, but I shall allow you entry to the Grove of Luna. As she steps aside,
I will turn to the rest of the party. Like I will nudge them that we're good. But I will see to them if they are like doing stuff that are inappropriate to a grove or anything.
Diego's just there like
I'll not like
as you guys all move up towards Sylas, as you turn back to the druid, she says to you, Archdruid Miriala can be found on the platform above. Follow the path, it shall lead you to her. I would see to it that you deliver your message and see what her fate for you will be as a druid of the stars on the moon's grounds.
As of a sign of respect to her, I will bow slightly, not too deep, slightly, while answering in druidic, like, thank you.
As she bows and almost curtsies a little bit to you to let you through, and sort of focuses her gaze on the rest of you. Do you guys follow in?
I would bow to her as well. Like, I have no idea what they just said, but I'd just be like curtsying, and I don't know what I'm doing here.
She looks, as she looks to you, Mirabelle, she looks a little bit wary of you. And I think it's because they're not used to getting many fire genasi in such a wooded area. Welcome.
I would, I
Mhm.
guess I would on that be a little bit self-conscious and like a little bit of a nervous smile. Like,
You feel this sort of like, it's not judgment, but she's obviously a little bit like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
welcome. She's being polite, but you can see she's also like, uh-oh, there's a fire genasi coming to our forest, towards our tree. Yeah, exactly. You guys would also know that the tree, in terms of the map, is literally the bottom of it. You can see the occasional exposed root coming out of the ground. There's a massive entrance right at the bottom of the tree, which is at the end of the platform here. You're at the base of the tree now. Do you guys continue on?
Zel will follow Sylas' advice and get off the grass, and also nod. Bow his head a little bit, takes his hood down.
Cool.
As Diego walks past, he just says, "Greetings, Fortune's favorite, Diego the Lucky. Pleasure."
Zel shakes his head, bro.
she nods to you, and as she does so, her eyes linger for a moment.
I immediately look back at Judge.
Ah!
You.
Oh, you've heard of me?
I see
Well,
you.
I'm quite famous about... You've seen me perform. Oh, good. What did you think? Honestly.
She will want to see you as well. Welcome to the Grove of Luna. Welcome home. As she turns.
Look at Diego. He's like, oh.
My head turns to that as well, but I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Cool. Do you guys continue on? You can move your tokens as you like. If you want to go single file up around, I can describe it to you as you do so.
Yep.
Yeah, so as you reach here, Sylas, the sort of the dense emerald sort of canopy above you gives way to this sort of path that has underneath it all these flowers and trees around it. And as you step through the grove, you hear the occasional murmur of like conversations under their breath as they're talking to each other, but their eyes are all on you. And as you take one step forward, you can see that to your left are two drow druids. One in particular seems to have met your gaze, Sylas, as she sort of looks at you as if she notices you, or maybe knows you. She's not sure. But yeah, it's a male and female drow who are staying very close to the shade of the sort of emerald trees around them.
Quick glance in her direction. See what's happening.
Yeah, if you want to do a perception check to see if you see anything in particular.
Perception. 14.
With a 14, you very clearly can tell they are drow. They are trying to stay completely out of the sunlight. Rather, they're keeping to the shadows side of things. But with a 14, this drow druid looks very familiar. You feel like you can place her. You can't quite place her face, but you've seen her somewhere else. Yeah.
Can I do a history check on that?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. Let's see.
11.
With an 11, you're not quite sure where you know her from. It's somewhere druidic in nature. You know her from before Sylvanthal, but you're not quite sure where. You can't place it. But she glances at you and then continues her conversation. But you can see the occasional sort of look of almost the same way you see her and you know her, but can't quite place her. She's got that same sort of glance every now and then towards you.
For some reason, I will. I'll walk further down the road, but I will like keep glancing over until she's out of my sight.
Yep.
Just to.
And as you continue on, you see there is an elven druid of the grove, the druid of Luna, who is basically, it looks like she's either tending to some of the garden around here, or maybe collecting some herbs. There appears to be a sort of nest, maybe, at the bottom of the tree here, which she's sort of trying to fix or adjust in some way without disturbing any of the wildlife. She appears to be maybe gathering water from the river that goes by, and she sort of nods to you as you go past and says, "With Luna's guidance."
I'll nod back, answering in Druidic. May the stars guide you, because like that's what we say at the circle.
Her head turns slightly, and she nods and continues what she's doing. But you can see she looks a little bit puzzled, or maybe concerned. You're not sure. Do you continue around?
Yeah. I will. Yeah.
Cool. For sake of brevity, all of you who are going through, you can smell the air is fresh. It's like freshly cut flowers, and it's cool, but there's a warmth to the area. There's a cool breeze that runs through, but you feel cozy, almost like instead of thorny bushes and hedges that could scratch you, it's almost like the leaves themselves are soft. Everything about this feels natural, feels healthy, feels normal. Judge, you can feel.
Ooh.
You know what? Let's have a religion check from you, actually.
Dang.
As with a 20, you can feel an energy about this place, which is very similar to the Cathedral of Light. However, it's as though if the Cathedral of Light in Sylvanthal was humming, this is almost like vibrating. It is so strong. It's like thrums of energy are coming from this place. Holy radiant energy. This whole area, the very land you stand on, the soil in the earth beneath you has a radiance to it. Everything about this area feels and is giving off the vibe of holy earth. But as you guys... go on.
Excuse me, Dio, I don't want to be really big on the rules here, but there are two streams. Are these athletics tests across these? Or,
No. As you guys go to walk across them, you glide across. You realize that there's almost like a pathway over the top, which is invisible. It's sort of like maybe some sort of magic has been placed over it to protect the streams of water that are falling from what looks to be the tree's roots into the pools beneath you. It's as if the very sap of the tree is what's creating this pool of water beneath you. And yeah, as you go to step over it or try to step past it, you find that your foot actually just can't touch the water. You can feel it, you can hear it. It's as if it's right in front of you. But there's this sort of sheen that as you try and step across, you can't quite put your foot down onto it. There's something between you and the water. But yeah, as you guys reach here, Sylas, what you spot ahead of you are two female. One is an elf. One it looks to be either half elf or elven. You're not sure, but she is clearly from somewhere beyond the grove, as she's dressed differently to everyone else around here. She has a look to her that is almost like a green and brown robe, but it has a what looks to be like almost like a bear head sort of on her shoulder, but it's obviously carved from something or created from something, like a wooden bear head that's on one shoulder pad. On her head is a blue sort of scarf that covers her hair. She's got dark features and piercing blue eyes. And what you notice is that she's also got a tiara, which looks to thrum with energy as well. In her left hand, she wields a staff, which at the very top has what looks to be a constantly moving orb of sunlight. And opposite her, in deep conversation, is a druid of Luna who looks to be very elegant. She's wearing a long green and gold dress with a purple tinge at the very base of the floor where it reaches the floor. Her hair is white, but so white that it's almost blue. It's so shiny, so got such a shimmer to it that it almost appears blue in the reflection of the light around her. Her eyes are piercing blue as well, but she's as pale as you've ever seen anybody. As she says to you as you approach, as you step over towards her, you see this slightly older, silver-haired lady step towards you as she steps past the lady who's just come in and says to you, I know of you, son of the Whispered Circle. A son of Thornholm, yet rumor is you bear a different name now. And you can see that this lady who's standing there with her staff against the floor, right at the top of it, it sort of splits into two. The two sort of winding stems of tree branch split into two, almost like antlers at the top of her staff. And you can see that down the staff, it appears to have almost like carved runes which glow ever so slightly. And she peers towards you. You can see that the person next to her also turns to you. And yeah, they look to you. What brings you, Druid of the Stars, to the Grove of Luna?
First of all, Silence is very, very humble at this point, because he, without knowing who they are, he knows they are like persons of great power. Would he recognize them as leaders of a grove, this grove, another grove?
I think you would probably know, as Sylas, that this looks to be the Archdruid of this area. You could always ask her as she's sort of reached out to you. She seems to know an awful lot about you on first glance, and what you can feel coming from this area. And I'd say that probably anybody with any sort of sense of magic or who's been around any sort of magic, there's a lot of power coming from these two individuals right here. The only person who is even remotely close, I'd say, is probably Captain Emberleaf. And even he might not be on this level. But yeah, you can feel there's an air to these two, as if the very air around them has a reverberation to it. It's so much power. What do you guys do?
Silas will approach, but keeping a small distance between them.
Yep.
Get on one knee, like bowing in front of her. Say, Archdruid, thank you for your hospitality. As an envoy of the Circle of Stars, I have a message to be delivered for you.
A message.
He's trying to do it like very formally, but there is this hint of uncertainty in his action.
I would say, can I have a perception check from everybody else, please? As Sylas is currently kneeled down, handing out this. Are you holding out the letter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone else, I would say anybody who rolls above a 10, so that is Mirabelle, Ashira, Diego, and Elirr, you guys can all see that the lady next to, whilst Archdruid Miriala, who is the girl in the lady with the bluish hair, is almost accepting of this, the lady next to her appears to smile slightly, as if like, almost like proud of how this is being handled. Like she's almost like, you can see there's a slight smile to her, which is like, you know, appreciation. But yeah, as you do so, I'd say that, yeah, so Judge and Zelentrus, you don't notice this, but the rest of you do. Sylas, as you hand out this letter, she steps forward to you. Welcome to the Grove of Luna. I am Archdruid Miriala, and I welcome you to this area. My name is Miriala Night Whisper. I am the Archdruid of the Grove of Luna, and her speaker here in this ancient site. She puts her hand out towards you, and instead of reaching onto the actual letter, she touches your hand, but from the underside, Sylas, and says, "Thank you for delivering this message," then takes the letter from you, and she opens it up. And you can see that as she looks at it, she reads through it, her eyes darting across the page. She turns to the other lady and says, "A complaint. Now from Lady Oriana Starweaver of the Circle of Whispers. They complain against the spirit of Luna herself." She takes the letter and rolls it into a scroll, then gazes at you, Sylas, with what appear to be almost like, it's as if the moon themselves are in her eyes. They light up in such a way that it's like there's something about them that's just glowing as she looks to you. Luriel has served as the Moonlight Guardian for centuries. If something has changed, then Luna's balance may be breaking. At this moment, the other lady steps forward to you all. Welcome. I am High Guardian Elirr Stormsong. I hail from Tempestria, and am one of the Wardens of Harmony. We heard of a disturbance in the area of Verdantara. I am here on official business to investigate such disturbances within the groves. It just so happened I was here at the Grove of Luna, but you've saved me the journey to the Circle of Whispers. Unfortunately, I must take my leave to the Grove of Solara, but it sounds like we have an idea of what may be going on. I shall return at a later time. It is a pleasure to meet you all, and I wish you the best of luck. As she then slams her staff into the ground, it glows, and in a flash, you all just see her disappear, but what's left behind is a white feather that falls from side to side, slowly before it hits the ground. That was Lady Elirr. She's the High Guardian in the Wardens of Harmony. A good friend. Sylas, I appreciate you coming here. If that is still your name. You are more than welcome to stay. At this moment, she looks past you, Sylas, and sees the rest of you. Diego. Her eyes are fixated on you.
I look at Judge.
What do you want me to do, man? I don't. You see people are staring at me. She's staring at. Yes, because of the. Just tell her.
Greetings. Greetings. My name is Diego. Diego the Lucky. Fortune's favorite, might I add.
Zell groans in the background.
As you said, it is a pleasure to meet us, and I think it is a pleasure for us to meet you. Is there something on my face?
You hold her gift.
Many gifts, yes. Music being one of them.
She puts her hand to her face, but her eyes dart from side to side as she looks around, almost like she's trying to find something. I thank you for coming. Diego, was it?
Yes, you can call me Diego.
We shall talk more, but I believe that for now, I should share with each of you what is happening here as far as I can see. Thank you for bringing this letter to me. It seems you were the chosen messenger on behalf of your grove. Sylas, would you care to join me to enter the grove? I have something to ask of you, if you're willing.
Sylas looks a bit like he's in shock, because will Sylas know? Would he know that having granted access to the grove itself, like that would be like not a normal thing to happen, right?
It's very unheard of for druids to be going to other groves and going in and out, especially deep into the grove, which it seems like she's inviting you into. The circle of a prayer, for example, or the heart of the grove. Very rarely do outside druids get to go into that depth. You might have got this far in another grove, but to be invited into sort of the Inner Sanctum, which is what it seems she's doing, that's very rare. It rarely happens, but she seems to be quite keen.
I look over to the rest of the party, look back to her, and it would be an honor.
Thank you. I would allow the others to join. Perhaps it's best if you all come. You've come this far. I can only thank you for delivering this letter, but there's much more to it than just the mere words on the page. Was there another reason for you to arrive?
This was like my main reason. Why the rest is here. We are also looking for someone in this grove. A priestess.
Priestess?
I believe she's from Sylvantal. Priestess Soliana.
You know of Soliana's origin? You know who she
very
is?
Reluctantly nodding.
Who asked you of this? As you can see, her tone changes slightly. Who sends you?
We were sent by Captain Emberleaf from the city of Sylvantal.
Have you any proof of this? As
I
you
look over to the rest of the party. Like, do we have proof? Who has the proof?
Who has-
Ashira is still standing at the back. There's no more space, and it's kind of like, oh, birds.
Mhm.
They'll, since Ashira isn't over here, they'll just flash the rapier as just a sign that it does have the logo of the
Well-
Sylvanthal City Watch.
We do have these brooches, like the Ember Leaf brooch.
What?
And
No, he gave us specifically an item, I believe. Shira, do you want to come up here and show the lovely lady? You know you can walk over
Oh.
the lake. It's invisible, like flooring. It's quite clever.
Oh, yeah, no, Elirr was standing there, and I don't want to impede on people's space. What do you need?
Please step forward.
Oh, there you go.
We need Captain Emberleaf's brooch.
He gave you the thing.
Oh, yes. There you go.
She looks at it for a moment.
It's very small.
I am intrigued why he would send you. But you can find her inside. She's the only one in there as we speak. Please, follow me as she turns to lead you into the heart of the grove, where... Do-do-do-do. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before we go in, is that white feather still there where the other druid?
It
Teleported
dropped to the
over.
floor. It's just on the ground. Yeah. You doing anything about it?
Elirr would pick it up if we walk past.
Okay.
When we walk past, Elirr would pick it up.
You can add one white eagle feather to your belongings. As you guys
Oh, thank you.
enter the Grove of Luna. And before you, you can see what looks to be a large sort of hall of rocks and stones built around what looks to be a wood carving out of the root into what appears to be a orb of some sort with a crescent marble stone. It's got moss and grass growing on it, and in the center of it is a large, dark blue orb with a sort of swirl of light energy through it. But right in front of that, in the center of this sort of arena, is a small pool which has what looks to be the sun reflecting from above through the branches. And as you guys look above, you notice there's a small hole which opens up to the night sky, or I suppose the day sky, and it filters the light in to the grove here. And you notice, standing, kneeling at this moon or sunlit pool, is a elven lady with white hair and a purple dress. What do you guys do?
As we're walking,
Mhm.
I will just spin my mandolin round because it's on like a strap, and I just play a very soft note as I just say, Sylas, these are your people? This is a grove? Maybe just a little pick me up. You got this. And yeah, I just play a little ditty and yeah, I give him a bardic inspiration just in case.
Everybody, as you all see this, you notice Diego appears to have a glow to him. It's as though his skin is glowing. Zell,
You're absolutely glowing, darling.
Zell. This
Zell is extremely uncomfortable in here, by the way.
Zell.
Puts back up.
you feel this glow is very similar to that comes through your skin. There's an energy about this glow that looks incredibly familiar. The rest of you see this, and Archdruid Miriala smiles slightly. Welcome to the Grove of Luna. As she steps forward, before you is Princess Soliana Silvanto. I'm sure seeing that brooch will bring ease to her. However, I must ask again, why did he send you?
We believe she might be targeted by a cult that has been wreaking havoc through the city of Silvanto. And we were sent to basically check up on her if she's safe.
By all means,
Like,
speak with her. She has been in prayer, but I believe she should be free to talk now, as she is mainly deep in thought. She was attempting to visit the dream sleep, but it's much harder to do during the day. So, please, as she steps aside. What do you guys do?
well, first of all, I bow to the Archdruid out of respect.
She nods to you.
And I ask or lead the guys to her if anyone wants to ask questions.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Will we give him back the brooch?
Yes, she would have handed it back to you afterwards, Ashira, so you still have the brooch.
Do I know I'm glowing?
Let's have a perception. Let's have a perception check from you.
When I would play a tune, I would probably look down at the mandolin where my hands and arms would be.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
You know you're glowing.
I just sort of look down like, oh. Look at the lady, I'm like, how do I turn it off?
Why would anyone want to?
What is it? I look at the others to see if everyone else is glowing. I'm like, and I'm just awkwardly shimmy up behind everyone.
Yep.
You okay, Aurelia? Diego?
Sorry, I thought you were talking to yourself. Yes, I am fine, apparently. Yes, I think I forgot to turn off the light switch.
Would I feel the energy coming from him similar to what I had on the detect magic? Or since it's glowing in a similar way?
It's
I think you
not
described?
similar.
Okay.
Very different.
You're emanating, you're glowing quite magically.
Yes, well, you know what they say. Being fortune's favorite isn't all play. Sometimes you have to work. Currently, I'm a light show. I am always center of attention, so I guess it suits.
Well, elf lady kind of looked at you.
I need to have a conversation with you later.
As you guys step forward, you see Soliana she appears to be, her eyes are closed, but she's aware of what's going on around her. Can I help you? And she turns to all of you. Yes?
I am so terribly sorry to disturb you during your prayers.
Not at all.
But we were sent here by an acquaintance of you to see if you're all right.
Yes.
Captain Emberleaf of the city of Silvanto sends us.
The sun. Why does he send you?
He is worried for you. Worried for your safety.
She blushes slightly.
There has been some disturbances, and
Disturbance. I'd heard.
he fears for you.
I'd heard of my sister. But why would they come for me? Who are they? She stands up and steps towards you. I'm Princess Soliana Silvanthal. Captain Emberleaf is someone very dear to me. I appreciate that he cares for me. But I'm more than capable of handling myself. Who are these enemies you speak of? Who may be coming for me?
The threat is unknown to us, but we refer to them as the Red Cultists.
The Red Cultists.
They seem to, I don't know, and look over to Judge, because I know he is like a reference point to
Ma'am.
what happened. And I ask for like abducting people, like the Talon. Something is stirring.
If I may provide some context on behalf of my friend there, the name's Judge. Used to be guard at the temple in Savanthal, guardian of Lady Evangeline.
Lady Evangeline.
The cultist. Yes, ma'am. She was hit by some sort of necrotic attack.
I heard what had happened. I'm awfully sorry for your loss. Hopefully, she will wake. She's in my
Right.
prayers.
The Red Cultists, they refer to themselves some sort of group. I'd like to think they're called the Talon at this point, from the way they've spoke of it. Their
Talon.
leader, we don't have a name, but they go by Crow, the Crow, and he's the one who's giving orders to these Red Cultists or Talon.
I know nothing of any of those individuals. Did Lysander? Yes.
Sorry to interject. I just think that Lysander and Mr. Emberleaf, Captain Emberleaf, Sergeant Emberleaf, whatever his name is, that man, he sent us here because he was concerned for your safety, because he believed that these cultists were targeting yourself, not Lady Evangeline.
At this moment, you all feel the Archdruid Miriala step forward. Perhaps it would be best she heads back to Sylvanthal in the safety of the city guard. Is that what was recommended by the captain?
I don't know about that. If you were in the city at the time, maybe you would have been hit. So, if anything, I think you're probably pretty safe here, no?
Well,
Perhaps.
Didn't you say like she had sister in city, and she is out here, and he just wanted someone checking?
You, as she hears you say that, Elirr, Princess Soliana, she smiles and blushes. He always cared too much for me. He always was much softer than he let on. Perhaps it would put my father at ease as well. If I was back with the crown, the last thing I'd want is to bring any undue disturbances to the grove, Miriala. I appreciate you for letting me pray, but perhaps I should head home.
Is the road safe though?
Miriala
Did me
looks to
about this?
you. We have ways of having her return without leaving any trace. Her safety is our priority after that of the grove itself, and of course the moon pool as she looks to the water. What you notice as she looks to this water is that there's statues around them. It's very hard to work out, but the stone in here looks as though it hasn't been touched in some centuries, maybe. There's a lot of moss growing on them. They look very weathered. But you can work out that there's carvings of what appear to be almost like wolves. One of which looks to be sort of lapping at the water in the pool, or almost looking into the water. And it's the one opposite Princess Soliana, whereas in front of you, on either side, you have, to your right, a large wolf that seems to be howling, and to your left is a broken statue of a wolf whose head still lays on the ground next to you. But yeah, that's what you see. We have ways of getting her home safely, and I believe that if it's her wish to do so, we can help you do so, Soliana. I believe that it could make my father much more at ease to have us around. I would be safer at home, and the last thing I'd want is to make you feel uneasy or to cause any disturbances beyond the existing ones within the groves. Thank you for visiting me. As she steps past you, Sylas, towards the group. Does anyone say or do anything at this stage? Nothing?
I just step out of her way thinking she's going to pass.
Before you leave,
Yes.
Lysander also sends you this as perhaps a token of, reminder that Silvantul still extends its friends beyond the borders, as she hands the brooch.
She takes the brooch and clasps it tightly in her hand. And you can see that her eyes are welling up slightly. But it's not sadness, it's like happiness that she's got a piece of him in this moment. And she sort of holds it tightly. Thank you. She pulls it against herself. And Ashira, it's at this moment that you can see she's wearing a necklace. And the necklace appears to have what looks like a sort of moon crescent on it, and like beads that go all the way up, and they're sort of silver in color. But on closer inspection, it looks more like stone than metal. The whole thing looks like stone. But yeah,
It doesn't look similar to what I have.
it doesn't look the same. No. And as she steps past you, do you say anything? Do you do anything? Is anyone doing anything, saying anything?
Forgive me for prying, but
Yes.
well, it was actually Lysander himself who told me I could ask you that amulet that you wear. I have seen them similar, not particularly like this one, but may I ask where it came from?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
This moonlight one. This is one of the groves. Perhaps. Oh, as she reaches around to undo like what looks to be almost vine leaves that have been tied together, holding this whole thing together. And she takes it off and places it on the side of the sort of grove here, just here. She says to you, perhaps you mean my blue amulet? The stone? It's like starlight.
Had mentioned a amulet with silver and blue. And he had said you have one similar.
I wear it everywhere. I left it back at home, though, so that I didn't take it out here. I was forbidden by my father to take it beyond the castle walls. Is that... You can see... Can I have a perception check from everybody, please? Anybody who's watching this conversation unfold. 14s, 19 from Ashira. So aside...
Nat 20!
A nat 20 from Diego, even with his -4? Yep, you're on
-4.
21. Yeah, so everybody except for Elirr and Judge, sorry guys, you can see that her eyes open wide in this moment. And she's visibly uncomfortable as she says to you, maybe that's what they want. That... Perhaps they're after the stones. The necklace.
I'm sorry. I really don't mean to pry, but now you've really struck a string for me. But what's with the stones?
What do you know of the stone? The necklace? Why are you so intrigued? She's uncomfortable. You can see this as you question her here. It's almost like she's guarding something.
I'm also missing a similar looking stone. And I'm looking for it. It was the reason I came to Sylvantal. I couldn't find it, and it was why I was pointed this way. Perhaps you could help me. I'm not looking for your stone. I'm looking for mine.
Now that you've mentioned the stones, there was a parchment that I took off from one of those cultist members, and if I'm gonna reiterate it out, maybe this will jog some memories here. He walks again, the whispers air. He seek the stone, mark the skies. The blade dreams, and our Lord's name returns. Talon.
Seek the stone. This was found on one of the cultists?
Yes, ma'am.
She looks to you, Ashira. You wore one of the stones? One of the necklaces?
Have I worn it?
I need to
question?
return to Sylvanthal at once. I know what they're seeking. They want the stone.
Why?
Yeah.
What does it do?
You know nothing of the
Is it-
necklace you wore? As she looks to you, Ashira.
I do. I don't know anything that you are referencing. And Ashira looks really sheepishly back to the rest of the group. This is my
Inside
family
check.
heirloom.
Insight check.
I want to insight check Ashira.
Okay. Anybody who wants to do
Thing.
so, as she says, it's her family heirloom.
And I want to hear whatever she has to say next. I want to know if it's the truth or not.
No.
Because I've seen her lie.
Depending on what family she's referencing, maybe I don't know. I would probably prefer like some kind of history, but not inside.
Ashira,
Yeah.
as everybody rolled above a 13, which is a DC, would you care to tell them whether you're telling the truth here? As
It
you
is
said-
my family heirloom.
She looks to you.
So I am not lying.
She looks to you. As is it mine. Interesting. Who is your father?
Famous? Famous Argent? Who's your father? Do we have the same?
I very much think not. My father is High King Sylvanthal. one of the Keepers of Balance? Forgive me. I always forget. Not every race lives as long as I do, as us elves. Forgive my intrusion, but perhaps it's worth asking your relatives of their past. Do you have any older relatives?
My grandfather is still alive. He knows many things among arcane and some of our past.
And your
know
name
that-
was
Family name is Argent.
Argent.
It's
Yes,
the only
the
thing I know
sorceress.
is that
Yes, you must come to Sylvanthal. Come to the palace. Tell them that Soliana personally invited you. All of you. We must speak on this when you are next able.
Ma'am, you still didn't answer the question what the stones do. I feel like that is a very important question that needs to be
I can
answered.
discuss it all, but...
And to be honest, I don't know how to turn this off. I could... Any help would be great.
Turn it off.
Good.
The stones hold great power. Their exact origin is unknown, but there were many. And back in the day, long ago, the Keepers of Balance sealed the convergence portals using the stone's powers. Why anybody would be seeking those at this stage? I must return home.
Could I have like a history check on the
Yeah.
Keepers of Balance as
Yeah,
well
you can
as
definitely do it.
the-
You can definitely do it.
You-
Anybody who wants to do so can.
And you also mentioned some about Ashira's family, like Sorceress,
Sure.
Ashandra.
You need to tell me exactly what you're rolling for first. We'll do the Keepers of Balance initially.
Yeah.
I got another nat 20 with a
damn it.
-2. 18.
Okay, so we have a 2 from Sylas, a 16 from Judge, a 7 from Mirabelle, an 18 from Diego, and an 11 from Elirr. Everybody, nobody knows or has heard of the Keepers of Balance. The only person in the group who has rolled this history check, who vaguely has heard of this name but can't quite place from where, is Elirr. Elirr, you seem to have recalled this somewhere in Aethria. You came across Keepers of Balance or something. Maybe when you were reading, you're not sure. But Ashira, this is all new to you. You've never heard of any of this. And she looks to you all. I'll need some time to discuss with my father, but my advice to you, Miss Argent, is to speak with your family. Where is your amulet now?
it was stolen. I have been trying to find it.
It may have been one of... You must speak to your grandfather or your father. One is bound to know more than they let you know.
Do you have the resources, perhaps? I do not have a way to contact them.
I'm sure that the Grove can support you. Miriala, would you be able to cast? She looks to Miriala, and Miriala sort of nods to you. We will find a way. My advice to you, Lady Soliana, Princess Soliana, is to return under the cover of night with Luna's grace. She nods. Does anyone say anything as she begins to sort of step out, and you can see she's looking a little bit like she's seen a ghost. And she's clutching at her necklace, which is not there. She looks really perplexed by all of this, as if everything's connected all the dots. As she continues to walk out. Does anyone say anything?
I would still roll for the other history check.
Which was?
Oh, God
Well,
damn.
it was a 12, and what was it for?
It was for the family name of Ashira. And her mentioning that that's like a sorcery or source.
You would
something
not have
happened.
known anything about it, apart from the fact that it's Ashira's last name.
Okay.
That's all you would have heard. And with a 12, that's all you would know. But yeah, as Princess Soliana heads out, I'll collect my things, and Miriala, we can speak again before I leave. And they sort of nod, exchanging. A pleasure to meet you all. Also, I wouldn't worry about the glow. Very few are touched by such grace, as she steps out of the grove. And it's at this moment that you're left with Archdruid Miriala, who sort of steps forward. Well, that was interesting. I actually did have something to ask of you. I will ensure that we not only send a message to your family, Ashira, but that... Oh, sorry. Has she heard your name? She has heard your name. That we send a letter to your family, Ashira, or contact them in some way. I may be able to cast sending. I'll need to look into it. It's been some time since I've done so, but one of the druids will be able to assist me. In the meantime, I did have something to ask of you, Sylas. As she looks up to you, who's standing up atop this sort of platform at the moment, sort of by himself. If balance is to be restored to Luna's grace, to prevent the issues around the surrounding groves, I will need a messenger of sorts to commune with the spirit beast, with the spirit of Luna herself. Luna tells me it should be you.
How would Sylas react to hearing he has to communicate with like the beast and such?
You'll have to tell me. Because
Yeah.
you're a little bit... This is completely out of your wheelhouse as Sylas. You've not communicated with spirit beasts of sorts. It's not something that's forbidden by any of the groves. It's known as... You would know, as I mentioned in the previous session, you would know that it's... A lot of the prime gods do have spirit beasts. This was information shared to you by Judge, that spirit beasts are seen as sort of the primal entity of the gods. They're sort of like the messengers of the gods in a way. They do a lot on the mortal plane through their spirit beasts. Communicating with them is a very rare, very prestigious thing, and very few have done so.
Did you say the spirit beasts?
Yes.
Oh, I spoke to him last night. I did to him, right?
Sylas is shocked. When
A big wolf called Luriel. Oh, yes, that's the one. It let me have a good night's sleep. Thank God for that, eh?
You were visited by Luriel.
Well, I dreamt of Luriel. That's what it's called. Yes. It's a strange dream. Better than the ones I have been having, but yes.
You must have been in the dream sleep state. Very few can do so without having been druids themselves. The dream sleep.
Oh. I'm not a druid.
The dream sleep is a sacred ritual in which the druids of Luna embrace the holy prayers and rituals to Luna before falling into a deep slumber. It is said to be a transformative experience in which the blessing of Luna herself may select your soul. As you can see from your glow, it appears you were selected. Very few are ever graced by the Prime, but those who are lucky enough to receive her blessing are said to be pure souls who may be able to bring light in the darkest of places.
Well, I imagine so if I become a fucking nightlight.
Well, that proves that
Pardon my
Luna
language.
was your... Not at all. But that proves that Luna was your blesser, and you are the one who received the blessing. When
But did you say you have to pray to get that?
somebody must have blessed you in such a way.
Oh. Well, that was nice.
Well, very few are ever graced by any of the Prime. Luna's particularly picky. As she sort of, you can see there's a little bit of, not resentment, maybe a hint of jealousy.
Diego folds his arm and he's like, give myself the name of Fortune's favorite, but it appears to be true. Hey, that's good.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
Sylas, if
Yes.
you were up to the task, I would ask you to fill the flask of Luna Grove's water from the moon pool during tonight's ceremonies. Once you receive this, we would need you to drink it to summon the spirit of Luriel. Perhaps he will have answers on the goings-on in the surrounding area. Are you up to such a task?
Sylas is at this point very, 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 I would say, again, reluctant, knowing he is doing a ritual that is specifically for the grove of Luna, while he is like part of a different circle, not really knowing if he is on good terms with members of this grove, because he was told during his youth with the Circle of Stars. He probably knows it's like a great honor to partake in such a ritual. And in the end, because he was sent here by his own leader of the Circle, he really has no choice than to accept it, because he's on a mission and he was sent here as an envoy. So it would be very, very rude to decline this offer. So in the end, he will accept. I think you're muted.
Cool. As you accept this, I agree. I think Sylas is sort of thrown into the thick of it and is unable to really say no because of the Grove's submission that he was sent on. But yeah, as you accept this, she looks to you and she steps up towards you, handing you a vial which appears to have almost like a horn shape to it, but it's a sort of glass cone, and she offers it to you and leads you to the pool above. As you step up next to her, she says to you, to summon Luriel, to speak and see his vision, one must drink the water from the moon pool. We are limited in its resource. However, each full moon it restores in full. As a full moon happened less than a week ago, we will need to make this last a month. I worry we may need this for the future as well. However, tonight we can summon Luriel. You would be the only one able to do so, given that Luna advises me of so. You would need to drink from this water, as she guides your hand into the... She doesn't touch your hand, but she sort of guides you to try and fill up from this pool before you. Do you do so?
Silas will let out a very big sigh, like trying to get a hold of himself, and in the end he will follow the lead.
And yeah, as you do so, you collect the water, and you hear, as your hand touches the water, you hear in your head that whisper, Thalassa, once again. And in that brief moment, you collect the water and step back, and Mirabelle says to you, once the moon is in the sky, if you are to drink from Luna's water, we can summon Luriel on the pedestal outside. Do you guys head outside? As it's coming towards, I'd say it's around 6, 7 o'clock. You've got about an hour until maybe half an hour until the moon starts to come into the sky.
Thing I want to do is, can I have a check on the name Thalassa?
Yeah, definitely. You can do a history check.
I would guidance myself for this.
Sure.
You have thingy.
Oh,
as
I have the
well.
bardic. Yeah, I have the
You do.
bardic, by the way. Yeah, true.
It's a
And that's
1d6.
D6?
Yeah, 1d6 and 1d4 if you choose to guidance as well.
My first D4 is a 1.
Okay.
D6 is a 3.
Cool.
That's
So it's a 24 all in all, as you rolled a 19 with your +1 to your history. Sylas, you have heard of Thalassa. In the area of the city that you're familiar of, Thornholm, she is a well-known god, a lesser god. Thalassa was known to be the goddess of beasts, known for animal kinship, her wild instincts, and her untamed nature. You would also know that she typically manifested herself as a powerful figure, often seen with wild animals, with an aura of sort of an untamed nature and instinct, and that she was normally a centaur, which is why the centaur of Thornholm are big followers of her, as she's said to have been one of them at some point in history. But she will have ascended to godhood. Now, in terms of what you know beyond that, not much. You know that she's worshipped within Thornholm, that she's said to have been a centaur, and that she's the goddess of beasts. It's well known throughout the druid side. She is seen as a bit of a wilder feature amongst the gods, with some being more passive, like healing and nature. She's more the wild, untamed side of nature, if you like, the bestial side. Yeah, that's what you would know.
Still facing the water, Sylas would have a shock on his face. And before turning around, he will get his composure.
Cool.
So everything looks normal.
Cool. So you put on the face, you get your composure, and then you turn around and face the rest of the group as Miriala leads all of you outside the front of the grove towards the center. Does everybody follow along? Is anyone doing anything?
Before, as they're all walking out, Judge would just quickly say a prayer within this grove. As a respect thing to Luna. And he'll just ask her for guidance for his friends and to reveal information about the stuff that is going on.
Okay.
Ask for guidance and wisdom.
And as you pray, you do your prayer, you say your words that you learned at the cathedral. You pray to her guidance and for her wisdom. And as you do so, you see that Diego glows slightly brighter for just a moment. Zelentrus, you hear, as you're muted, you hear.
Oh.
Go on.
I was going to say, is this going to be the bit that... I was going to do something before that happens, if that would be possible. But...
No. Zelentrus, you hear.
Oh, okay.
You hear in your head. False gods. All of them. Thank you for bringing me here, though. I do so enjoy your company. But only you hear this.
Yeah. Zelentrus will sidles up to Ashira, actually. And he keeps his head down, but he says to her, back in my old life, we used to live by a creed. And part of that creed was supporting members of the community that you're in. You have shown me much understanding and kindness. And I want you to know that we're going to get your stone back, and I will help you do that. But for now, everyone, things are playing with my head. Celestial energies, they can be a bit much for an Aasimar. I think I'm gonna go check on Flinnigan. And I'll catch up with you guys when we head back. I just don't quite feel myself here.
And you get up to go and walk towards the exit?
Yeah.
Cool.
And Zel takes it up and still has it set up and heads to leave.
Yeah. So yeah, you head out first. The rest of you, is anyone doing anything before you step out?
One very small little thing. Diego would just like to walk up to the moon pool. And he looks at the silver bracelet that his mum gave him all those years ago with the small little moon symbol upon it. And he just sort of like looks at it. He thinks of his mum just for a moment. And he's like, I do not know how to do this. Luna, with your present glow, lead me where the stars will go. Through shadows deep, through dreams untold. In your light, in my soul. And it's just a little prayer that his mother used to say.
As you say this, though, the water begins to move in almost a spiral formation, and it glows slightly.
Diego just turns around and starts walking away. Yeah. But nope.
Yep. Cool. And as you guys step outside, you're returned to the Grove of Luna. It's now much later in the day. Zelentrus begins to make his way down south. I'll say that Zelentrus, you probably left a little bit earlier. You're maybe heading just slightly down a way. I'll let you lead your token out as we do so. But yeah, as you guys step out, you'll notice, Zelentrus, you would have seen this first, there's the occasional sort of, it's almost like a butterfly in the air, but it's much larger. They almost look like spirits. These are what you've never seen before, but they appear to be like large luminescent blue, maybe a moth. You're not entirely sure. As you put your hood up and almost like get away from here, as this all sort of gets a bit too much for you. But yeah, you're heading out, and you can hear, as you're walking, you can hear the occasional whisper from the stone. You can hear it saying, "Why do we have to leave? Do we have to go?" As you're leaving out towards the caravan down below and making your way down the path. The rest of you see what appears to be these little friendly-looking creatures with sparkling blue wings and sparkling blue features. And they almost leave like a stardust behind them. What's very apparent to you is that though it's dark, the moon's not quite yet up. Sylas, Mirabelle leads you across the bridge. She gestures for you to follow as she steps towards the center. The rest of you, do you follow Sylas across? Do you stand on the bridge?
Judge is gonna hang back. He's gonna let Sylas go do his thing, and he doesn't want to get involved.
Okay.
He'd rather enjoy the scenery of the moment.
Mm-hmm. Ashira, Mirabelle?
I'll follow, but on a little bit of a distance.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Ashira?
Have ice. Oh, go ahead.
Ashira, are you following across?
Oh, yes. I'm waiting for Sylas to go, so I know how far we can go.
Okay, right, gotcha. Diego.
Yeah.
Have I stopped glowing now that I've left that area?
As soon as you stepped out of that little cavernous area within the tree, you stopped glowing.
He like shudders a little bit as it comes out. He's like, oh, yeah. And Diego will lean up against this banister here, but he knows that he doesn't want to interfere. He's just told someone that he's had a meeting with this being last night. So he's just gonna lean up against it and sort of like look at Sylas and watch him from a distance.
Okay. Elirr.
I mean, mostly Sylas was invited to go there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like to go for the ritual and stuff. So I guess he will also just stand back here, just quietly contemplate some stuff.
Perfect. As Sylas, as you continue down, right next to Mirabelle, as you make your way there.
I will have you say, Sylas, he stands on the bridge where he stood before.
Mm-hmm.
Looking behind him, and for all can see, he has this very nervous look on his face. You can clearly tell he is like, I'm not sure about this, but I have to do it. And he is also looking at the gaze from Diego, Ashira, and Mirabelle, trying to find like this friendly face to unnerve him when in such a way.
Mm-hmm.
He gets an air, and before he will walk through, he will also mutter as some sort of prayer, like, the stars won't hold me, they will hold me. I am not hers. The stars will guide me.
Very nice. Yeah.
I'll just do this as he looks at you.
Okay, yeah.
You got this, bro.
Cool. So yeah, you step across. You say your prayer, you step across, and as you reach to Mirabelle here, she looks to you. She looks up to the sky. You can see the stars above you. It's a clear night. And then for just a split second, the light of the moon catches over the hilltop. And just as you go to have your drink of water, you hear it again. Thalassum. This time clearer than last. Do you drink the water?
Yes, while having goosebumps all over my body.
As you drink the water, it glows almost silver, like a silver liquid, as the moonlight hits it. And in that brief moment, as you finish your water and put down the glass to your side, you can't help but feel yourself let out a howl. And as you howl, it's echoed. You hear it. You all hear it. A loud whoo, as before you stands, ever so slightly faint, as if blurred in front of you, a large, enormous wolf with silver fur, and it appears to have an essence of starlight running through its coat. The edges of his frame appear to blur slightly. As you look around, you realize you can somewhat see through his transparent self. Yet, you can all feel, even way at the top, the warmth of his breath as he breathes towards you. His eyes look to yours, Sylas, as he looks down to you, towering above. The enormous wolf lowers its silvered head, the starlight reflecting off the back of its fur. The very air around him appears to be still, as if the breeze itself is bowing in a reverence. Its pale, moonlit eyes lock onto yours, Sylas, and for a moment, the world narrows to just the two of you. You hear as a low voice rumbles inside your chest, soft and steady, as if waves on the shoreline. Sylas, cub of Thornholm, I smell the moonlight in your blood. I see her tides in your heart. Do you know why? He looks to you as if waiting for an answer. What do you do?
I do not.
The wolf exhales. And you can feel the heat of this breath as if it's inside your bones. Then hear and carry this truth. And it's there that we call tonight's session. Just before Luriel tells you his truth. So thank you all for listening and watching along tonight's session. Thank you all for playing and being patient with me as I took you through a lot of story today. You made it to the Grove. Congratulations. And until next time, we'll have to wait and see what Luriel says. Until next time, bye-bye.